Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Mazza. I am an Atlanta makeup artist here with Ruby May Cosmetics. I'm a beautiful model, Sephora. So today we are going to be doing an evening look, very bronzy, very colorful look here on Sephora. I've already done her complexion, so we opted for something very glowy, a little bit of golden undertones because she has a nice golden undertone to her skin. So we're going to kind of play off that and definitely play up her eyes. So Ruby May Cosmetics is a cruelty-free cosmetics line, and it's an indie brand based out of Palm Springs. I love them because they have amazingly pigmented eyeshadows. So we're going to be working out of this palette called the Fluorine palette. So it has different formulas. It has mattes, shimmers, and foil formulas as well. The foil formulas can be used wet or dry. And the other palette we're going to be working out of is the Purple Kush palette. So it has these beautiful purples, golds, this beautiful green here, which we're going to use. So we're going to get started. And the first thing I'm going to do is kind of go all over her lid with this shade called Kitten, which is a nice bone color, just to give a little wash for like a base primer color. And I usually like to put a little bit of powder down before I start the eye makeup, just because I find that you don't get any skipping with the colors. So they go on nice and evenly. Just think about how when you do blush, if you do a cream blush, you usually set with powder before you go on with the powder blush, just so it applies nice and smoothly and evenly. You don't get any skipping or dragging. So I like to apply that kind of same principle with the eyes. And if anybody has any questions about anything in the line or what I'm doing in the moment, let us know. Type it in the chat so we can answer your questions. The next color I'm going to go in with is this beautiful rose shade. This is another matte color called Destiny. Close your eyes. And I'm just going to kind of pack that on the lid. Just to start giving her a little bit of color. Where is everybody from if you're logging in? Let us know in the chat. Okay, beautiful. So as you can see now, she just has a very basic wash of color on her lid. So if you were to do like a daytime look for her, if you just did a little bit of mascara, a little lip, you could do a nice daytime look out of just these colors right here, and even maybe some of the shimmers. So this is very versatile, this color right here. Okay, now we're gonna work out of the Purple Kush palette. I'm gonna take this color Bubba. It's like a peachy, but it leans a little bit more, it's like a dark peach, which is great for a transition shade. Close your eyes. So transition shades are a shade that you put in the crease of the eye in order to make a smooth transition with the crease color and kind of start almost contouring the eye. And it should be one shade lighter, 1 or 2 shades lighter than your crease color. So laying this down first makes it easier to blend out once you put the crease color in. And this palette here has some mattes. We have shimmers right here. And this one right here, Northern Lights, is just gorgeous. It has a little bit of duochrome. It shifts from purple to green. And we know the duochrome is very on trend for 2021. So I love that color. And then we have Euphoria here, another one of those foil shades, super high impact glitter. Can't wait to show you guys that one. And it's all about building and layering. And what I usually tell my clients is we kind of start easy, start in the middle, and then kind of work on top of that to a full glam look. So I'm going to go in with our first shimmer shade called Willow here. It's a beautiful dark, like emerald green. I guess I would say forest green. Close your eyes. And we're going to start building that into the crease. And the shimmer finish is kind of subtle, which I love. And you can layer the foils on top of it to kind of build that glitter, but at least you can start out with something a little subtle. So if you can see a little bit of that shine there. Perfect. And all of the products in the Ruby May line are cruelty-free as well, which I love personally. And it's always great to have something cruelty-free and build your kit to be fully cruelty-free, because clients nowadays really do look at that. And just on the note of if you're a pro artist, the packaging for these is very lightweight, so they're very thin and fit really nicely in my kit, so they're not going to be really bulky or heavy. So these are really great for professional makeup artists. And then if you're using them for yourself, it's like a no-brainer. You could travel really easily with these. So I'm going to go in with the Purple Kush palette, this color called Swisher. It's a nice matte purple. Going in the crease in the center of the lid only. So we're kind of going to build a gradient from purple to green on the outside. When we build on this look later with the duochrome pigments and the duochrome colors, it's going to really complement and map out where those colors are going to go. And I'm just bringing down a little bit onto the lid as well. So you're starting to see that gradient from green to purple. And I really love using fluffy brushes, even when I'm packing color on the lid. Because when you do that, it really nicely disperses the color and you don't have to go back and blend as much. If you have a really light touch, you can kind of just gradually add the color. Because how many times do we put down all the color and then we blend and we're blending it away? So This way you're only putting down as much color as you need, and you're also not wasting product. And again, if you have any questions about any of the products in the Ruby May line, about the brand, let us know. If you have any questions about what I'm doing here, my name is Rachel. Again, this is my beautiful model, Sephora. Thank you for stopping by the makeup show. So much education, so little time, right? So we're taking this color called Indica, which is a shimmer shade. Close your eyes. And I'm going back over just on the lid only and packing that on, just so we get that little bit of shine. Open your eyes. So you can kind of start seeing a little bit of highlight going on our eyes. So if you place the shimmer shades right on the lid, it's going to make the eye look bigger because it's going to reflect light and push out the eye. So it's good to stick with the shimmer shades kind of on the lid, especially with Sephora's eye shape specifically. And then the matte shades kind of in the crease. Open. Beautiful. Close your eyes. And turn your head from side to side. Open your eyes. So you can kind of see the gradient now we have going on, and look straight ahead. And I'm going to grab this. This is another palette that we have called the Spice Latte palette. It's cute. It has a little mirror there, so it's great for travel. Because I just love this color right here. It's called Mint, and it's a really dark green with shimmer. So I'm just going to put that in the very outermost corner of the eye. And I hope you all are seeing some wonderful seminars. And if you come back tomorrow, we have Autumn doing swatches, which will be really fun. So you can log in and have her do any swatches of the products we have so that you can see them in person, see kind of how they work. I think the swatches are kind of what got me turned on to the brand. So now we have this nice jewel tone, green to purple coming together. And I'm going to go into this shade called Cider. It's nice brick red, close. And start defining that crease and start pulling out the shape of the eye a little bit more. And we're not going to go too far because this is going to be a wearable kind of evening look. You could do this for editorial as well or a photo shoot, but we want something that's not going to be too exaggerated of a shape because we're going to go into that with the editorial look, which is going to be what we build on this look with. So we're going to try to stay.
I think that you're muted all of a sudden.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so going back with the Fluorine palette, now we're gonna play in these nice, beautiful foil shades. They're super, super soft, so you can use them with a brush, but you could also use them with your finger. If you pat it in, gives you a nice opaque coverage for the glitter. Use a brush, something flat, again, is gonna kind of act like a finger and give you a nice opaque color. If you use something a little bit fluffier, it's gonna disperse that glitter a little bit more. So I'm just gonna start picking this up, this fairy light color, or let me see, so hard to see these. Actually, I like this Glimmer. Let's take Glimmer It's a little bit darker than a champagne. It's like a couple shades darker than like a champagne. So we're going to start working this into the inner corner. This is a nice subtle highlight. Open your eyes. So Swift's just, it's hard to get on your words. So for Sephora's eye shape, we're putting a little bit of highlight in there just to kind of really pull attention to the eyes and open it up because we have this kind of smoky gradient going on. And again, my name is Rachel. If you have any questions about Ruby May, about our products or about the line or about what I'm doing here today, we're doing an evening glam eye right now, and then we're going to build up to an editorial look in a little bit. And everything in the Ruby May Cosmetics line is cruelty-free as well, which we love. Open your eyes. So now you can kind of see she has a nice little flash of color. And then we're going to go in, I'm going to wet my brush so I could show you how it works wet as well. And if you have any questions, just pop them in chat. So I'm taking our Ready Set Glow shimmer spray. This is a beautiful shimmer spray. It has champagne pearls in it. And it also comes in like a golden color, which is this one right here. If you could see these beautiful, beautiful gold pearls. You could use it as a body spray, which we'll use a little bit later, but I like to also wet my brush with it. So now we're going to pick up this color called Fairy Light. And they're very soft, so you just want to be careful as you're working in the pan. Close your eyes. And I'm going to go right over top of that purple color. Open your eyes. Beautiful. And close. So as you can see, if you wet the brush, it goes on kind of like a foil, like a metallic, almost like a gold leaf. They're so pretty. I think that's my favorite formula out of this palette is the foils. And like you can see, we're topping it over the purple, and you can still see the purple color peeking through underneath. So you can use it over top of colors as well as on its own as like a washer color. And again, my name is Rachel. You're here at Ruby May Cosmetics. We're doing a nice evening eye into an editorial look a little bit later. We're going to have really fun with duochrome pigments, amazing duochrome flakes, pressed glitters. So if you want to hang around or if you want to pop back in, if you have other booths, definitely come by. In the second hour, we're going to be doing a really fun look as well. So I'm going to go in with Nirvana here, and we're going to start kind of accentuating her lash line. Close your eyes. Yeah. So before I go in with like a liquid liner, I like to kind of start mapping out where the liner is going to go. And that usually makes it a little bit easier when you go in with the liquid liner to kind of have a roadmap, if that makes sense. Because how many times have we just gone in with the liquid liner and then we don't know where we're going? So if we have a little bit of a roadmap here, you can kind of manipulate the shape with the powders a little bit easier. That way, when you lay down the liquid liner, you're going to have that nice roadmap. Open. Beautiful. And when I'm placing the liner for her eye shape, I like to concentrate it from the middle of the eye out and not put any darkness on the center of the eye, because we just put that beautiful gold pigment there to open up her eyes. We don't want to put any dark color over here because that's going to make her eyes look smaller. So we want to concentrate the shape and the color out here in that nice V shape. And everything in the line is cruelty-free, which I am obsessed with. If you have any questions about the line or the products or what we're doing, the technique, please just pop them in the chat. Or if you just want to say hi, pop it in the chat. Let us know where you're from. Let us know what booths you went to. Let us know where you're going today. Open. Beautiful. Lots of compliments. Everyone's saying it looks beautiful. Thank you all. I'm going to take that same shade that we just put in as the roadmap for the liner. I'm just going to go right on the outer crease and just there, circling my brush to give all of that beautiful color in there. And you can always go back with that transition color we used earlier. Instead of trying to blend the whole color away, just to kind of give a little bit more of a gradient. Who said hi? May W. Oh, hi, May. Thanks for coming. And let's see. These are very soft shadows, so sometimes you will get a little bit of fallout, but if you lay down a little bit of powder before you start that, it's easy to brush it away. So I'm going to put a little bit more powder underneath the eye. Just to kind of sit there, we're not baking. This is the this is very, very soft powder. Okay. Okay, I'm going back in with the Purple Kush palette, and then we're taking this shade Blackberry, which is super, super dark. And I'm just gonna go in one more time and really carve out where her crease is. And this one's pretty blue, has like a little bit more of a blue undertone to it. So just layering and layering these colors, guys, is going to give you the most dimension. And just take your time with it. Okay. Beautiful. And I'm just carving it in on the top right here. Open. Beautiful. So if you're sticking around for the rest of the time, we're going to be working with the same color palette, the golds, the greens, the purples, and building on that with the pressed glitters and our duochrome foils. So we're building a look. So if you work in editorial, the best way to get more looks out of your shoot is to build on the look. So starting with something natural, building on with like a glam look like this, and then building onto an editorial look is going to give you the most versatility and give everybody the most options in the shots for their portfolios. million brushes. Who else uses a million brushes when they're working? Because that's me. And again, my name is Rachel. If you're just joining us at Ruby May, please let me know if you have any questions about the products, about the line, or about anything that I'm demonstrating right now. We're just doing an evening eye. Before we started, we did have a foundation down, so we're just really working on those eyes because she has the most beautiful eyes. I just love this shade Nirvana. It's such a pretty color. And look up, a nice purple shade. So I'm gonna go underneath her lower lash line now to also accentuate her lower lashes. Again, I'm gonna kind of place it as I did the upper lash line, where we're starting in the middle of where her pupil is, going out and not in. And again, this is just going to help accentuate the shape. And when you're working on a client, if you step back a little bit, it's always easier to see where the color is going. This way. Look up. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If you have anything you want to say hi, hello, good to see you, welcome. I just love this. I love this look.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Rachel.
Who am I speaking with?
Olive, on my way to work.
Hi, Olive. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How's your makeup show experience so far?
It's so good. And I'm so excited. I was just watching the creative makeup. Yvonne was doing a look.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Beautiful. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
She is awesome. She is a huge inspiration for me. So as far as the shape goes, I think I want to stop right there. And now we're going to kind of move into the liner. Just because sometimes we could take it a little bit too far. So it's always good to know where to kind of stop. And then we kind of go back and fine tune everything. Once we have the liner on, things start coming together, and then you can kind of start fine tuning things. Okay, so now we're gonna pull out the Ruby May lashes. Has to be one of my favorite things about the line. These are vegan faux mink lashes. And guys, these are incredible because you know how certain times the synthetic lashes, they don't really look really nice. These look really nice. They look very expensive. Like they look very similar to real mink. So I'm pulling out two styles, Marie and Remy. There's quite a few styles in the line, like quite a few. So there's something for everybody. So if you can see, they're nice and fluffy, which I love. So I kind of pulled out two different styles to kind of choose between. One has a little bit more taper at the end, a little bit elongated with the outer lashes. This one's a little bit more of a half moon shape. So I think I'm gonna go with these ones just because we're pulling the eye out. So having that nice flare at the end is going to be really accentuate that shape. You want to gently take these off, because how many times have we been in a rush and messed up the lashes? Who has that happened to? Please tell me in the chat.
Is it right now?
The good thing is these have a little bit of adhesive on, so when I'm working with a client, I like to kind of lay them down, they stick in one place. And always measure the lashes, guys. Rookie mistake, just popping those lashes right on and you haven't measured them. So again, these are the faux mink vegan lashes. Close your eyes. So I have no glue on these and I'm just going to lay them on top of her lash line to see how long they are and how much I might need to trim. Okay. So if you have the eye for it, you can kind of see where you would need to take off. Her eyes are pretty big, so I only need to take off a little bit. And I'm going to take them off. Always take them off, guys, of the longer end. If you take them off the shorter end, it's going to be not as nice of a blend. I'm going to take just a little bit off. And then I always like to save the ends. You never know when you want to do a little lower lash moment. So if you save the ends, you could use those a little bit later. Okay. And before you get ready to put those lashes on, make sure that you wiggle them, which is going to help make it nice and round and keep the shape. It's going to be easier for you to put the lashes on. And if you're just joining us, my name is Rachel. Welcome to Ruby May Cosmetics. We're doing a glam evening eye right now, and then we're going to be building onto an editorial look around 3 o'clock. So don't miss out on that. And we're playing with the Fluorine and Purple Kush palette for the eyes. We also dipped into the, I believe it's the chai latte. Nikki, please correct me if I'm wrong on that.
It's the spice latte.
Spice latte. There we go. Because I have the palettes open. Okay. Another suggestion I have for you as a makeup artist, we all know that we have one side that's better than the other as far as when we're doing the client's eyeliner. Always start with the eye that you're less confident in. So for me, this eye is always easier. So I always start off with the right eye. That way it's easier for you to match the left eye to the right eye than it is to do the sick, beautiful, perfect one on this one and try to match it to that. We're not trying to set the bar too high that this guy can't meet it. So we got to start on this side. Let's make sure we have the right lashes. So what I'm going to use here, and this is a brand new lash liner that I'm going to use on Sephora, and this is for her to keep when she takes home. So this is the Zola Magic Lash Liner. It comes in a variety of different colors. This liner has, I guess I could say, and Nikki, please correct me if I'm wrong, it has a little bit of adhesive built into it. So you do not need to use a lash glue. So when you put this down, it gets slightly tacky as it dries, and you can pop the lashes right onto the liner. You don't need to use any glue. It's pretty incredible. The technology we have now is crazy. And it's super, super dark and pigmented, so it works just fine as a normal, a regular liquid liner. I really love to use it just, even without lashes because it's so dark. And it's a nice felt tip liner. So I have my client close their eyes and just try to relax and go in and start doing the liner. Again, this is a brand new one that I'm going to be gifting to Sephora after we're done today. Pour open. Beautiful. Close. So like I said, as it's drying, it dries pretty fast. So you want to get those lashes on.
Rachel, what's the name of that eyeliner again? Can you say that one?
The Zola Magic Lash Liner. And if you shop with Ruby May, you get 40% off for the makeup show, and our code is in our booth. Okay, open. Wha-bam! No lash glue needed. This time is incredible. I'm obsessed. So as you can see, we kind of went with that roadmap that we already laid down with the powder liner and went right back over that, only took it to about there. Look at me. Beautiful. So we have a nice seamless look. And as you can see, her eyes are just really nice and elongated. I love these lashes. Can't recommend them enough. I have them in my kit. They're perfect for every woman. So if you have a bride, if you have celebrity clients especially, and these don't break the bank. So instead of, buying the real mink lashes, and we don't want to use real mink because cruelty free. So Mickey's my assistant in the background. She just made a really funny gesture.
We don't do animals.
We don't do animals. We love animals. We don't like to wear animals. So, and if you have any questions, again, my name is Rachel. We're doing Evening Eye here at Ruby May Cosmetics. Please pop them in the chat, or if you want to say hi, please let us know. Feel free to unmute your microphone if you'd like to say hi. I can't see who I'm talking to, but feel free to say hi and I will chat with you. Close. And the Zola Magic Lash Liner comes in different colors as well. So it comes in blue, red, pink, green. It also comes in a clear, which is perfect if you're not trying to do a black liner. You could just pop that on over your shadow. And this one, I need to cut a little bit more actually. Mickey, could you give me another scissor out of the box right there, please? Thank you. And then I'm just going to also go on top of this liner to really make it extra black. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just trimmed off a little bit more because not everybody's eyes are the same size. That was my bad. I should have measured that out. So because this did dry, I have to go right back over it. But as you can see, it's super, super dark. Following that roadmap that we used with the powder as to where we want to put the liquid liner. Perfect. And again, this is the Zola Magic Lash Liner and the vegan faux mink lashes. And I believe this is the style, it's either Remy or Marie, so you'll have to look, but they're a nice flare. Open. Okay. You open? Perfect. Beautiful. Those lashes, chef's kiss, man. They're the best. If you want to hold on to that, that would be yours. Thank you. And I just wanted to show you the other colors that they come in. So we have green, red, pink, purple. This is the clear one that I mentioned. So you have a lot of different options here. Now I'm going to take the Ruby May. This is the Glam Queen mascara. Super, super high impact, really, really black, nice volume to it. And I like to just go on and kind of swipe it onto her natural lashes to bond the natural lashes with the false lashes. Can you hold this for me for a second? Thank you. Look down. This one's perfect. I just love how fluffy these lashes are. It's almost like they're double stacked. So if you've ever seen the double stacked ones, they have like 3D volume to them. So they do look pretty natural, even though they are pretty dramatic, if that makes sense. Okay. And I'm just doing a little bit of bottom lash liner or mascara, sorry. Okay. Beautiful. Love it. I'll take the liner really quick back. Nice and warm for me. Again, my name is Rachel. This is the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. I'm doing a nice evening eye. We just pretty much finished the eye. We're going to complete the look by doing a little contour blush and a lip.
Lisa Dennis says, I love that tip of using a wedge sponge under the eyes.
Yes, so I was going to say that as I was doing it. So if you have a client or even with yourself, instead of pulling out like a business card, let's look like nice and like classy professional, right? Place it right under your client's lower lash line and pull down with the sponge and just paint it on, whether you're using a disposable or a brush. And the excess will go right on the sponge and you don't have to worry about it getting on the client's skin. Oops. And it's a little bit humid in my apartment. And as we know, sometimes when it's a little bit humid, you need to use a little bit of extra glue. So I just put a little bit more of the Zola Magic Lash Liner on, just to ensure that the lash won't lift up. Sometimes it's a little bit humid, it'll get a little bit, it won't set as fast. Open? You open? Perfect. Oh, love it. Look at me, straight ahead. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit of a wing. As I said before, you can kind of fine tune things when everything starts coming together. So now that we have the liner, we have the lash on. So I do want to put on a little bit of a wing just to really accentuate that shape. Again, go with the eye that is your weaker eye. So for me, I'm better at this eye. So I'm going to start with this eye. That way it's easier for me to match the other eye by doing this eye first. Close your eyes. Open. Close. So I like to have their eyes open, and I put a little dot where, open, where her eye, let's turn this way if we can see, where you want her wing to be. And then I have her close her eyes, close your eyes, and then go over that line. And that's the best way to get it right the first time. And again, this is the Zola Magic Lash Liner. It's the one that has the adhesive in it. So you just pop your lashes on. Okay, so 4 open yours. Close. And this is super black, which I love. Open. Beautiful. Close. Love it. Open. So pretty. Can you turn your head from side to side really quick so we can see? Perfect. Beautiful. Sephora, what's your Instagram handle really quick? Sephora the model, right? At Sephora the model, she is beautiful. We live here in Atlanta, so if you need a model, she's amazing.
And how do you spell Sephora?
Oh, it's Sefora.
Yes, not like the store, not PH.
Rachel, I got some really good pictures.
Thank you.
Hey, Rachel. It's Narissa, one of the new angels.
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Congratulations. Mickey, the assistant, is also an angel.
Yeah, sweet. I wanted to ask, what are some of your like must-haves from Ruby May? Like, what are your favorite pieces?
So definitely the vegan lashes, which we use today.
I love
The
those.
the Zola Magic Liner. Those are like must-haves. And then we have the ones that we use today, the Fluorine and the Purple Kush palette. And if you saw my reel that I posted, I use everything from the Fluorine palette. So we have nice purples, greens, we have some neutrals, foil shades, golds, beautiful colors. And then the Purple Kush, again, nice purples. We have a duochrome color here and really bright greens, which I love. But truly, you can't go wrong with any of them. Their shadows are so highly pigmented. They're gonna blow you away. Like as soon as you put them on, the color that's in here is the color that's gonna go on the skin. And tomorrow, Autumn is going to be doing swatching as well. So if you'd like to see any specific swatches, she could do them. I'm also going to be working out of the duochrome glitter and enchanted glitter palette in the second hour of this demo, and the duochrome flakes. Truly, you can't go wrong with anything. I've been hooked on the line ever since I was introduced 3 years ago. So thank you, Nikki.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Look up. So I'm just going in and cleaning up a little bit because we're not all perfect. So sometimes you can get a little bit of fallout, especially when you're doing like a pretty dramatic eye. And like I said, these colors are so pigmented. So sometimes you can get a little bit of fallout, but honestly, it's not anything other than what you would normally expect, if that makes sense. So if you put down a little bit of powder beforehand, it'll do a great job of catching it. And this way. Beautiful. Stunning. Stunning. I love it. I love it. We have fun over here. Okay, so again, my name is Rachel. We're here at Ruby May Cosmetics doing a little evening eye demo. When we hit around an hour, so in about 10 minutes, we're going to be turning this look into an editorial look using our duochrome colors, which are very, very trending for 2021. So this is the Ruby May Cosmetics Studio Powder palette. And I'm just going to use this to kind of start sculpting. I'm going to use this to start sculpting a little bit. And as you can see, it has nice dark shades, light shades. You can use this, it's matte. So you can use this as a as setting powder as well, especially under the eyes. So I'm going to go in with these two darker colors, turn your head this way. And I'm just going to sculpt a little bit just to accentuate her cheekbones. She already has a very defined facial structure because she's stunning and beautiful. Just to give a little bit more dimension. I am not huge into super contoured looks. especially if the model has those features already. And then we also took the Mark Trainer tapes to pull her eyes a little bit up. So we're going to sculpt a little bit around her jawline. Make sure to go back towards the ear. And if the model was a little bit lighter in complexion, you could definitely still play in these darker colors. And you don't want to contour around her forehead. You want to make sure that you're contouring for the model's shape of their face. So you'll see people going around their foreheads, but depending on the size and shape of your model's face, you only want to contour in certain areas. So we're going to leave it like that. Happy with it there. Now, let's see. Okay, so now we're going to go back into this for our blush color. And the colors that I'm going to pick is this one, So Fetch, this really, really bright pink. And then mix it with the Bubba from the Purple Kush palette. For her complexion, you want to stick with like really bright colors. And these brights, you all, if you work with a lot of people that have deeper complexions, they really pop on the skin. This way a little bit. So we see, perfect. So because we already have that purple and green, a nice, beautiful pink, I think, is going to really accentuate that look. So as you can see, that was like the littlest amount that we just put on. Beautiful. Oh, this color is perfect for you. Yes, So Fetch. Baba, let's go. So when I'm placing blush, I usually like to start in the outer third of the eye and take it up. Again, we are placing everything so we're getting that nice accentuated upward look. And if you're just joining us, we're finishing up a evening glam makeup. And in a few short minutes, we're going to build onto this to build an editorial look using our duochrome glitters, our pressed glitters. We're going to get crazy up in here, y'all. And if you have questions, please pop them in the chat. If you want to say hi, if you have questions about the products, the line, or if you want to say hi and unmute yourself, please do. Love to say hi. Love this color. Perfect on you. So I'm actually going to just take a step back really quick just so I could see. Perfect. And we build it up just a little bit more so you guys could see it on the camera a little bit better. This is like, I don't know, this is like mermaid Barbie chic. I think we're gonna name this look. Beautiful, Sephora. Okay, so now for the final touches, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of highlight on her cheekbones using the shade Egypt, which is one of the foil shades from the Florine palette. I'm going to use it with my finger so that I can melt it nicely into the skin. My hands are sanitized. Especially because we're going into an editorial look now, we can play in less conventional highlight colors. So when you're working more in beauty, you want to stay with the more natural highlight colors, but when you're working in editorial, you can start really playing with those more unconventional colors. Can you get this one? You can see. Okay.
I just want to say I'm loving this. I love this look.
Thank you. Who is talking?
Narissa.
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you. I'm obsessed with it too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when you're doing the right thing as far as like your job, when you're just like, yay,
Yes.
I get to do this. I get to do this. This is so fun.
Amen.
Well, yeah. So when you place the highlight, make sure that you're not going too high up or too low. You want to kind of just make sure that you accentuate the cheekbone where it naturally is. So if you could turn from side to side just so you could see a little bit of that highlight. Beautiful. So now I'm going to take a brush so we could disperse this color a little bit more instead of having it high impact like that on my brush right here. And I'm going to go on her collarbones. Because again, now we're starting to move into our editorial. So now we're kind of building on this look. So this is just going to give her a little bit of color, and this is going to create continuity with the body and the face with the tones. And I'm just going to go in a little bit on her upper lip. When you're going in with a bigger brush, just be careful. And a little bit in the center. And before we go full on editorial, I'm just going to add a little bit of a lip so you can see the completed look. So for the lip, another fun thing that I love to do, I'm all about mixology. So I'm going to take the shade Gypsy, which is another one of the foil shades, and scrape a little bit of that pigment onto my palette. Do it carefully because these are very soft, the foil shades. So just do it very gently. And again, you are at the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. My name is Rachel. This is the lovely Sephora. We're finishing up an evening look. We're going to be moving into a editorial look shortly. We're just adding on the lip. So I just put a little bit of mixing medium. Whatever your favorite mixing medium is fine. And mix the pigment into it. Okay, open it up. And I felt like this color would be perfect on her. Nice peachy. Smudge your lips together, back and forth, perfect. Beautiful. So I like to have the client really smudge to give you more of a dispersed color. Beautiful. This color looks perfect on you. Okay. And we also have, I believe we still have some lip glosses available through the line. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nikki, but there are lip glosses within the line. They're super, super hydrating, very pigmented as well. I really love those too. Open. A little bit wider. It's always so hard to sometimes to get in there. Taking another smudge. Perfect. Have this one. And I'm just going in. I love this brush because it's pointed. So after you go in and put it on, use a pointed end to kind of crisp up any of the lip line. Or you could go over with a lip liner. Really crisp up the edge. All right, so now I'm going to just take a step back, take a look. Sephora, can you just turn your head from side to side? Do a little, can you see that beautiful gold glow on her cheekbones and on her body? Beautiful, Sephora. Love it. Like I said, always take a step back to look at your work to see how it looks and if you need to fine tune anything. So this is the beautiful, beautiful evening glam eye, perfect for special events. If you work with music videos, you can even make this into an editorial look as well. And we mostly worked out of the Purple Kush and Fluorine palette. So these are definitely must-haves for my kit because they're very, very lightweight, very slim, and they have different formulas, so you can really play around with these. So these are the two that we played out of for this look. And of course, the Zola Magic Lash Liner, which we have the Glam Clean Mascara, and then we also have the Zola Magic Lash Liner, which comes in a variety of colors in order to get that lash on, and it dries really fast. So you're not sitting there waiting for the glue to dry. So I really love that. And one little additional thing, we're gonna take that setting spray that we use to wet our brush, the Ready Set Glow. This is the gold color, and I'm just gonna do a light spritz on her body. Has beautiful gold pigments in there. Hold that, Norm. And when we're going into an editorial look, I mean, any sort of look, you want to make sure you're paying attention from head to toe. So any of the body that's exposed, if she were going to a special event and wearing a tube top like this, you always want to make sure you pay attention to the body as well as the face. Okay. So now you're ready for the fun part, right? Crazy part. So again, this is the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. Welcome. We just finished a beautiful evening glam eye. Now we're going to be starting on an editorial look, building onto this look to do something a little bit more creative and editorial. So the thing that we're going to highlight in this section is our pressed glitter palettes. So just to hold them up for you, just so you can see what we're going to be working out of. These are incredible. These, you do not need a lash, you do not need a glitter primer, you don't need a glitter glue, you don't need any adhesive with. They are in a cream formula, and once they set, they are set, and they do not budge. So I've used these. I work festivals sometimes, and the people they're like, I'll come back to have it touched up, and I'm like, no, you're gonna be fine, because I've worn it in Georgia heat, hot, 12-hour day, and it will not move. These are a lifesaver. And as we know, for 2021, a big trend is duochrome. So this palette, especially the Ruby May Gemini Duochrome Color Glitter Palette, has these stunning, stunning duochrome shades, and they're just so sparkly and beautiful. We're also going to be working with our duochrome flakes. These are incredible, incredible, incredible. You're going to see they go on. I can't even describe the magic that happens when you put these on. You'll just have to see. So. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna start working on is the eye. I'm gonna start working with these duochrome flakes. Can you hold this, please? Thank you. Model and hand model. So these are very lightweight. I would kind of describe them to be similar to gold leaf. They're very light. So just when you take them out, I would work out of them in here if you can. Otherwise, just be really careful as you're doling them out. They literally look like, I don't even know, fish scales. I like the rainbow fish, like beautiful, beautiful. You comfortable like that? Okay. You can hold it down, it's fine.
Can you show us a close-up?
Yes. Can you see? Is that good? And these are the duochrome flakes. So that's one of the colors, and this is the second color. See if I can do this without spilling. Amazing. These are amazing. Okay, so we're gonna take the Zola Magic Lash Liner in clear because again, that has a little bit of adhesive on it. And we're gonna lay that down wherever we wanna put the flakes. And I'm going to be using my hands. They are nice and freshly sanitized. So you can close your eyes. If you wanna relax, you could put that down in your lap if it's more comfortable. And this does, like I said, dry fast. So you kind of wanna work quickly, putting it down, putting a little of the flakes on and kind of moving back and forth pretty quickly. This is a fresh one. This is a fresh pen that I'm only using on Sephora. So don't worry, this will be given to her. It is not going back in my kit. And I'm starting in the middle because I do want to put a little glitter on the inner corner. So I'm starting in the middle. And one of these colors has like purple and blue. And just be very careful as you're putting these on. Oh my gosh, these are so amazing. And again, if you're just joining us, this is the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. We are doing an editorial eye using the Ruby May Duochrome Flakes. Open your eye. Wow. Can you close your eyes and just kind of show? Can you see that shift of color? It has gold, pink, purple, blue. It's pretty incredible. And because these are lightweight, if they do get a little bit on there, you could just flick them away pretty easily. So because we put the green down here, we're gonna work out of one that is a little bit more green undertone, the outer corner. And also sometimes if you get more glitter on the face, it's okay because this is editorial and sometimes happy accidents happen. So just like Bob Ross. Happy little treat. And the whole Ruby May Cosmetics line is cruelty free. So now since we have this shape, we kind of want to bring it out even further to give you more of an exaggerated look. So I'm going on top of where those strips are and going back and forth with the purple ones. So we're kind of going back and forth so it gives a really dimensional shift to it. And if you're just joining us, we're doing a beautiful editorial look. This is Ruby May Cosmetics. And my name is Rachel, and I'm working with my beautiful model Sephora here. We live in Atlanta, Georgia. And when you're doing editorial, it's fun to just play with shapes. So playing outside the lines. And if you have any questions, please pop them in the chat box. Or if you have anything you'd like to pop in and say hi. All right, Sephora, can you just turn this way?
No.
Beautiful, right?
Beautiful. Love watching that color shift. Can you guys see that color shift? Oh yeah. It shows up really good on camera.
I'm just gonna flick away some of these extra pieces very gently so that we don't disturb the complexion. Like I said, it's okay if we have a little extra something because it's editorial. So we can go a little crazy if we want to. I'm gonna step back really quick. Beautiful. Ooh, you look like a mermaid. Mermaid princess. So we're gonna kind of go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Again, using the duochrome flakes from Ruby May and the Zola Magic Lash Liner in clear. This is Sephora's to keep. It is not going back in my kit. It's a fresh one just for Sephora. And we're starting in the middle where we put the purple. Going in with the purple colors. This is a must-have for my kit. And just for myself, because I like to feel the mermaid fantasy as well. And you can crush these up also really, really fine and mix them with a mixing medium to make like a liner. You can really, the possibilities are endless with this. So I'm going back and forth between two different shades, and they are duochrome, so they have different shifts in them. So we're building kind of like a multi-shift look. And please, if you have any questions about what I'm doing right now, about the brand, about the products, pop them in the chat, or if you'd like to unmute your microphone and say hi, feel free to. And editorial, we're playing outside the lines, but keeping with that upward shape. So trying to keep that upward shape and using a few different colors. Whisking away a little bit of the big pieces. And my name is Rachel. This is the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. We are doing an editorial eye. We're doing an editorial makeup, a full makeup right now, using our duochrome flakes and also our duochrome pressed glitters, which we're going to work with next. But yeah, I would compare these to gold leaf. So if you've ever worked with gold leaf, you know how they can kind of fly everywhere. So yeah. I'm going to step back and just take a look really quick. You just turn your head from side to side. Beautiful. Can you guys see that shift? Can you see that shift? Let us know in the chat. So you have like pinks, greens, purples, blues, incredible, incredible colors. And that's only working out of 2 colors. They have 5 different shades. Okay. So another really amazing product from Ruby May is the duochrome pigment powder, which is a stack of 7 different shades of duochrome shape-shifting pigments. So I don't know if you can see, I'm going to hold up the lid. Has like a pink shift. Can you see?
Yeah.
So they each have a different shift to them, and it's a very fine, finely milled pigment. So I'm choosing the pigment that has a pink purple shift to it to tie in with what we already have on her eye. As you can see, it's a very fine pigment. Turn your head this way. So she already has that gold down, so we're going to kind of build on top of that. Just a little bit of extra dimension. Not go completely over it, but kind of put that pink back towards the hairline. And then that gold peeks through. All about building colors and building textures to give you a really multi-dimensional look. And then I'm going to take that color again onto the body a little bit. Just where we put that gold color before on the shoulders, just to create a little bit of more cohesion between the body and the face. Always pay attention to the body, whatever skin is exposed, you always want to make sure that there's makeup on. And please, if you have any questions or you want to say hi, anything about the brand, about the products, about the line, we just did a beautiful evening eye using the Fluorine and Purple Kush palette. And we're building on it for an editorial look with the duochrome pigments and the duochrome pigment powders and the duochrome flakes, sorry. Okay. Who's enjoying the makeup show? Hi. Woohoo! Okay. It's like this. I don't know what the star, I keep saying the star of the show. Everything is the star of the show. And truly, this brand has such highly pigmented colors and high quality products. You can't go wrong with anything in the line. So these are the Gemini Duochrome Color Glitter. So it's a little bit hard to see on camera for these, the shifts, but I promise you it's multi-chrome. So it has many different colors in there. So, and the way that these, all of their pressed glitters work is it's built in with a cream base. So you do not need to use a glitter primer. You do not need to use glitter glue. You just adhere it to the skin and it stays. So you can either go in with a synthetic brush or your finger, or as I'm going to do is I'm going to portion it out onto a palette. And I'm taking, there's a really beautiful golden pink shade, because we're playing with that gold, pink, purple. We're doing the whole rainbow. I mean, let's be real here. And once you get the hang of this, guys, it's just really easy to work with them. But not many people have pressed glitter palettes. That's why I feel like these are so special. And again, all of their products are very pro kit friendly because they're so lightweight with the packaging and slim. So they're really easy for grabbing and going. If you're doing editorial, even if you're doing FX, I feel like these are beautiful for camera and 4K. It's going to pick up all those beautiful multidimensional colors on camera. And again, my name is Rachel. You're at the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. Please let me know if you have any questions about what we're doing today. We're just building on this editorial look. So I'm actually going to go, let me grab a brush. It's probably easier for me. Okay, close your eyes before. So you have this side. So you just want to kind of really push it into the skin with your brush or your finger. Once it's on the skin, you can manipulate it with the brush and start working with the shape. But as you can see, I didn't put any glitter, glue, I put nothing down. So with editorial, you want to play with textures. So we have those duochrome flakes. Now we're adding the glitter as a different texture. And we're putting that right in the inner corner. So just go slowly with this. So you can really build the shape. And once it sets, it sets. So you have a couple minutes of playtime while it's drying or while it's setting. And these do not have any fallout. If you're seeing anything under here, it's actually the flakes. Open your eyes. Close them again one more time. Again, these are the duochrome, the Gemini duochrome glitter, pressed glitters. And we're doing a beautiful editorial look with my model here, Sephora. Okay, open your eyes. Wow. So if you could just turn side to side, maybe close. Can you all see on the inner corner of the left eye, that color? And this one has golds and greens and pinks. So we're really giving a lot of dimension to her look. Okay, close. Again, you can use these with your finger or a synthetic brush are the easiest. And once you have it down, you don't need a glitter primer or a glitter glue. This goes for all of the pressed glitters. We have multiple different palettes. And we're sticking with this duochrome look just because we're doing trending. There's so many different colors. The enchanted one has solid colors, so you can really mix and match your favorite. You can mix them together and make your own custom color. And the cream that they're based in, once it sets, and it's not going to move. You can wear this at an EDM concert in 90-degree heat in Georgia, and it will not move. I promise you, because I am the model.
True story.
True story. True story. What are you wearing?
Beautiful.
And if you're just joining us, my name is Rachel. We're at the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. We're doing an editorial eye, an editorial look right now. If you have any questions, please pop them in the chat box. If you have any questions about the products, Ruby May is all cruelty-free cosmetics. We also worked with their beautiful vegan lashes earlier, and their Zola Magic Lash Liner, which makes it so that you do not need adhesive to stick on your lashes. We also use the Zola Magic Liner in clear to adhere the duochrome flakes, which is this beautiful duochrome that you see on the outer corners. Sephora, can you do a little side to side? Beautiful. Can you all see that shift? So you have the gold in the inner corner, and then you have the pinks and the blues on the outer half. And if you can imagine, if this is reading on my iPad, how amazingly flashy it is in person too. So when you get it under a camera, macro shots, if you're someone that does editorial and does a lot of close-up shots, this is going to give you a lot of texture and beautiful dimension to your pictures and make it very unique. I feel like this is a very unique product. I think it's like, I feel like I've seen it all. And I don't really get excited about products unless there's something I haven't seen before. And Ruby May has really innovated things with their different formulas. I've worked with Ruby May for 3 years in-person virtual, in-person show. So hopefully we'll be able to see each other in person soon. And the other thing is, guys, if you have it down, you can actually take a brush, a clean brush, which is what I was just doing right now, and cleaning up the shape. It will stay, but if you take a brush and kind of zhuzh it, it'll help crisp up the lines. So you don't need to really clean up with a Q-tip and then go back in for the foundation. It won't disturb the foundation. It'll just move the glitter into the place that you need it to go. And just to give you an idea of what we did, this is the duochrome pigments, or sorry, duochrome pressed glitters, the Gemini palette. This is what she has on her eye right now. And all of these colors are just so beautiful. So now I'm gonna go back because we're building more of an editorial look with the fluorine palette, and I'm gonna add more color to our cheeks because we wanna balance everything. So makeup is all about balance. So if you have this really, really bold eye, we don't wanna take away by putting too much on, but we do need to bring her complexion and her lips to a place where it's balanced and she's not washed out from the eye down. So we're gonna take that same color before we mixed it with peachy, but I'm just gonna go in with just directly, just that, only that color, the So Fetch. And really start packing and building that color up.
You know, Rachel, I would say you're making fetch happen.
We're making Fetch happen, yes. And again, this is the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. Thanks for joining us. My name is Rachel, here with the lovely Sephora. Her handle is at Sephora, the model with an F, S-E-F-O-R-A. Turn your head this way. So if you could see, we just built a little bit more color in, and it's gonna kind of tie everything together. And as we're doing that, we're kind of also getting to brush away those little stray pigments. And please let us know if you have any questions. Please pop them in the chat about the line, about the brand. If you have questions about what we're doing today. We're working with the fluorine palette. We also worked with the Duochrome Flakes and the Gemini Duochrome Pressed Glitter palette. Everything in the Ruby May line is cruelty-free. Beautiful. And I'm just gonna go back over top a little bit more with that pigment. The pigment stack right here, we use the top shade, which has a little bit of pink in it. I'm just gonna go over top one more time to accentuate that highlight. And Duochrome is really trending for 2020. Beautiful. And we're just putting that just on the high points. Okay. And when you work in layers, it's really going to give your makeup a lot of dimension. So we had gold down there already from the previous look that we built on. So you kind of see that gold peeking through the pink, and then you have the pink on top. So the more you build, guys, the more unique and special your makeup's going to become. Thank you. So I'm just gonna brush away a little bit of the extra flakes you have going on.
Pecta says hi.
Who says hi?
Pecta.
Hi, Pecta. Good to see you. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat, or otherwise feel free to unmute if you'd like to say hi. And you know what? I'm actually gonna leave these little flakes because they kind of look like freckles to me. So this is what I mean about happy accidents. So we got a little bit of the flake because the flakes are very, very lightweight. They're very like small pigments. So a couple just fell on her face, but to me, they look almost a little bit like freckles. So I'm just gonna add a couple more in the center of her face so that it looks cohesive and intentional. So sometimes when you get those little mistakes, you can make it so that they look more intentional. So these are the Duochrome Flakes. I want to see these again. They're beautiful. So because you can crush these up really small, they're pretty big, the flakes. I'm going to crush them up a little bit smaller so that they look like freckles.
What are you going to crush them with?
I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna crush them up with my they're not like thick. You just need to kind of break them apart. So just using a little like metal spatula is fine, and it'll break them up a little bit more. And if this wasn't COVID, I would probably actually just blow it on her, but we cannot do that right now.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
You could have her hang her head back and sprinkle it over.
Oh, that's a good one. Like Salpe. Ooh, we're gonna do that. I did that with her recent makeup. Okay. And this is why I have an assistant here. So what I'm gonna do to make sure that these stay in place is I'm just gonna spray her with a little bit of, this is water because I don't want to add any more pigment. Close your eyes. And this is also gonna rehydrate the makeup. And what I'm actually gonna do, because I want to have a little bit more control, I'm gonna pick up those really small flakes on my brush. Tilt your head back. A little bit more. And sprinkling them. Let's see, I need extra. Okay, tilt your head back. Back to neutral. Beautiful, yay. I love that. So now we have a little bit more on her nose, so it looks a little bit more cohesive. Tilt your head back one more time. Because when we have freckles, they're usually naturally along the center of the face. Okay, tilt your head back forward. Beautiful. Turn your head this way. I'm gonna go step back and just take a look really quick. Ooh, I love, so pretty. I hope Andrea gets to see this. She'd love this. And if you move slowly, guys, it'll be easier to get exactly how you want the look. So take your time with this and constantly step back to see what you're doing, because we're not always looking at the makeup super close up. Tilt your head back forward. Perfect. Still want to get more on the nose. So I'm just going back and forth. This is the Duochrome Flakes. You're here at the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. And we're doing an editorial makeup. My name is Rachel. Here with the lovely Sephora, the model. There we go. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Love this. Okay. So we've been working with the Duochrome pressed glitters. And now I'm going to go in with the Enchanted glitter palette. Let's see. So this glitter palette is really special because not only do you have the solid colors down here, you also have these beautiful ones up top, which have an iridescent sheen. So you can really use those as toppers over any color, and they're not going to have any base color. So like this one has like a blue shift. These ones have stars in them. So I want to kind of keep it cohesive with what we have on here. So I'm going to use one of the ones that does not have stars in it. I'm going to use this one. It has pretty large glitter flakes, and just use a little bit of highlight there.
Andrea is here and she says, wow, I love.
I said, I hope Andrea stops by because I was just doing freckles with Duochrome flakes. And please, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat box. If you'd like to unmute yourself and say hi, feel free to as well.
You're telling me you did freckles without me?
I did. You must have heard me because I go, I wish Andrea was here because she would love this. So I did a little.
I was in earlier for the beauty portion.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, I'll have to jump back later for the editorial realness.
Oh yeah, that's good. Thanks, Mickey. So you can see a little bit of the up close.
Wow.
So these are the Duochrome flakes, the Duochrome pressed glitters. And then we have a little bit of the iridescent Duochrome pigment we built it on the fluorine palette. So now I'm going on with the topper shades from that Enchanted glitter palette. So these are the pretty large glitter chunks, but just a tiny bit because we don't want to go too overboard, but it's just gonna, again, give more dimension with the texture of the makeup. So do you wanna, can you come in a little bit closer, Mickey, so they can see? So if you could see now on this side, we just topped that over. If you could turn your head a little bit from side to side. And then those big glitter chunks are like holographic, so you still have that shift. So we're all about the shifty duochrome makeup.
That's so beautiful, Rachel. Yay!
Thank
I love
you.
it.
Thank you.
And Mickey, good job, Mickey,
Thank you.
videoing that.
Mickey's been excellent. Again, my name is Rachel. If you're just joining us, we're doing an editorial look here.
That is gorgeous.
Thank you. And we have our gorgeous model, Sephora here. Could not be doing this without her. All right, I'm going to take a step back just to see. Yep. Ow. Gorgeous. Very dimensional. Okay, so now, because we have about 20 minutes left, I'm going to put on a couple of accessories that we're going to have her wear during the photo shoot that we're going to do after this. And then we're going to fine tune it once we have the accessories on, just so we can see a cohesive picture of the look before we finish the makeup with the lip and everything. So again, this is the Ruby May Cosmetics booth. And we're working with the duochrome pigments, the duochrome flakes. Mickey, I just need the headpiece and the shoulder pads. Yeah, perfect. So this is a headpiece that I made for this look here. She is a goddess. Perfect. So we brought in that gold to kind of mimic the gold and the rose gold in the headpiece. So as we can see, it's kind of tying together. Thank you. Is there Prozac on here? No, not yet. Yeah. Yeah. And then what we're gonna do, Mickey's gonna come in and we're gonna put these little shoulder pads on her to complete the look, so it's a cohesive picture. So Mickey's gonna do the shoulder pads while I'm finishing the makeup. So I do wanna, again, create balance with the makeup and add on a little bit more color to her lip. That way we can have a more balanced makeup, because she has all of the glitter and everything up here, but we still want to put a little bit of color on her lip. Let's see. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this Purple Kush palette. This pigment here, Indica, I'm going to scrape it out onto a palette. That way we have it, and I'm going to mix it up with a little mixing medium to make a custom lip color for her. So you truly can do anything with these palettes, you guys. The colors are so richly pigmented. You can really customize it for your client. And I'm all about mixology. And if you have any questions about the Ruby May line, if you have any questions about what we're doing today or about the products, just pop them in the chat. Or if you want to say hi, feel free to unmute yourself and say hi. So I have that purple pigment from the Purple Kush palette here on my palette. A little bit of mixing medium. And we're going to mix that up to make our lip color. And Ruby May also has beautiful lip glosses. If you go on their website, and make sure to Go on their website and shop. We are giving 40% off today through the end of the makeup show for all attendees. A little wider. You do a smudge. Beautiful. And again, everything in the Ruby May Cosmetics line is cruelty-free. And my must-haves for their line that we've been working out of today, the Fluorine and Purple Kush eyeshadow palettes, the Duochrome Gemini Pressed Glitter palette, the Enchanted Glitter palette, the Duochrome Flakes.
Where do you like it?
Yeah, that's perfect. Awesome. A little bit wider. Okay, smudge a little better. Let me take a step back just to take a look. Beautiful. Let's see if we can move this one over a little bit. Rosé, man. Just the tiny
It's the real
bit.
deal.
Perfect. And then, let's see. You could truly do anything with these palettes. They're very versatile. And if you know mixology, you're able to really get those colors going. So I'm just taking a little clear gloss and throwing that over the lip.
Hi, Krishna's here. Hi, Krishna.
Hi, Krishna. If you have any questions, again, my name is Rachel, or if you'd like to unmute yourself and say hi, or if you would like to ask a question yourself, please feel free to. And we're finishing up our editorial look. We do have about 15 minutes left. So please ask any questions if you want to see any of the colors or the palettes, again, that we've been using. Please let me know in the chat box or unmute yourself so I can give you a little closer look, because I know that we're seeing the makeup from a little bit further away. This one, open. And we're just adding the final touches to our editorial makeup. And the whole line is very kit friendly with the way that their packaging is. So it's very light and easy to travel with, which I love as a professional makeup artist, but also for me personally, you don't want to have really bulky things to throw in your suitcase. Do a little smudge. Yep, perfect. And a little bit more this way. And back this way. So I'm just going to take a little step back and take a look.
Hi, Rachel. It's Krishna.
Hi, Krishna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
I came in a little late. Can you show us the
Absolutely.
palettes that you used?
Sure. And I'm going to pull this a little bit closer too, because so you could really see the makeup.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Okay, so the first palette we used is this beautiful Fluorine palette. So we did a beauty look in the first hour and built on that look with other products. So the first one we used was Fluorine. We have mattes, we have shimmers, we have foils, which you can use wet or dry. They're really beautiful. We also used in both, actually we use them in both because I use them as blush colors and lip colors as well. This is the Purple Kush palette. Again, beautiful mattes, beautiful shimmers, beautiful foils. And then we also have the Spiced Latte palette, which we also use. You truly can't go wrong with any of the eyeshadows because they are so pigmented. You can use them for eyes, lips, cheeks, anything you want, especially if you're comfortable with mixology. They're really fun to play with in that way and manipulate. And then to show you the duochrome flakes, which I feel like are the, I don't know what the star of the show is, honestly. So these are the duochrome flakes. If you can see, they come in 5 different colors. They're the texture almost of a gold leaf where it's like very like thin. So you can crush them up a little bit smaller as I did here for like a freckle kind of effect. Or if you close your eyes, you can see right here on the outer corner, turn your head this way.
Oh,
Out
wow.
here and turn your head back around this way. So if you see the shifts, we've like alternated these 2 colors to give a beautiful shift of color between it's green, blues, purples. This is an
It's such a
incredible,
unique looking formula.
I've never used, this is what I said earlier. It takes a lot for me to get excited about products, and everything that Ruby May comes out with, I'm excited about. And I was introduced to the line 3 years ago. I don't know, how long have we known each other, Nikki? And truly, I use everything in my kit, and I use also for myself personally. It's still in my regular rotation. I never get tired of it because these colors and these products really inspire me to make really creative looks because they're so bright and so beautiful.
The look is gorgeous. Thanks for showing me.
Thank you. Wait, let me show you one more thing. Woo!
Okay.
Before you go, I just want to show you one more thing because you probably missed this. Is that good on your head?
Yeah.
So this is the duochrome pressed glitter palette.
wow.
So these,
Gorgeous.
this formula, you don't need a glitter you don't need a glitter primer or a glue. They're based in a cream formula, and once you put them on, they set and they don't move. So that's what she has in her inner corner. And they have beautiful shifts to them. And then these ones are like in a clear formula. So I use them as a cheek highlight. If you could turn your head that way. Yeah, so you can kind of see there's like a topper shade. So I feel like that's a really unique formula as well. So very innovative products, I think. So I just wanted to show you that as well.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Krishna.
You're welcome.
Ooh, I forgot this one. I wish I had a black light. This is also the Intergalactic palette. And this one, these 4 shades at the top are UV reactive. And this one's fun because all of their glitters are very like chunky, and they have stars and moons and really fun shapes in there as well. So there's so many different ones, but I feel like very innovative, very unique formulas in this product line, which is why I love it so much. And of course the faux mink vegan lashes, which she's wearing, I believe the style name is Marie, and the Zola Magic Lash Liner, which you do not need adhesive to put on these lashes. And please let me know if you have any questions. We have about 9 minutes left for you to ask all your questions about this look. And I'm just gonna put a couple finishing touches here. Just kind of shake it up. And I hope you all are enjoying the makeup show. Again, my name is Rachel. This is Ruby May Cosmetics. I'm here with my model Sephora and my assistant Nikki. If you'd like to see more of my makeup, feel free to give me a follow on Instagram. It's at Rachel Rose Makeup. That's RACHEL Rose Makeup. And my model here is Sephora. Follow her as well. We're located in Atlanta. And her handle is Sephora the model, SEFORA. And my assistant behind the scenes, Mickey, is Mickey Bush, B-U-S-C-H. So we're just putting the final touches on here. So please let me know if you would like to see any of the products that we used again. Again, we've used the Fluorine palette. We've used the Purple Kush palette. We've used our pressed glitter palettes and our duochrome flakes. And we've used them on eyes, lips, cheeks. We've also used the glitter, sorry, the pigment powder. This is the iridescent shine that you're also seeing on her face right here. And then we have the duochrome flakes. And the inner corner is the duochrome, the Gemini duochrome pressed glitter palette. Again, the pressed glitters, you do not need a glitter primer. You do not need a glue. They set wherever you put them. I recommend applying them with your finger or a synthetic brush, and you can manipulate the shape using the brush, but it will not take off the product and it won't disturb the makeup underneath, which I love. We've also used on her lip one of the colors from the Purple Kush palette, and we've mixed that in with a mixing medium, any mixing medium of your choice, to make a beautiful lip color. Ruby May also has lip glosses as well. Beautiful, very hydrating, not sticky, and lots of pigment. So I feel like Ruby May is really well known for their pigmentation of their products. Whatever you see in the palette is what you're going to get on the skin. And if you did see my video yesterday, I also used this Fluorine palette. So you can see the colors here. We use this one, the So Fetch, as the blush. We played in all of these purples, these beautiful greens here, and these golds for the highlights, because you have 3 different formulas. You have a matte, you have a shimmer, and you have a foil formula, which can be used wet or dry. If you'd like a nice shimmer spray, we also use that on the body. This is the Ready, Set, Glow shimmer spray. It comes in a champagne and a gold, and all you do is you shake it up, if you could see that beautiful pigment. And you can spray that on the body. You can also use it on the face. So we did use it on the body to give her a little bit more of a golden glow to her. And then these are the pressed glitter palettes. This is the one that we used on her eye in the inner corner. The Gemini duochrome, we use this color right here. Beautiful, beautiful shifts to these. Duochrome is trending for 2021. So we wanted to do a makeup that was very on trend and innovative. So we have this look here. We've used the duochrome flakes. I'll show those one more time. Beautiful duochrome flakes. This is I feel like this is the star of the show because it is such an innovative product and a unique product. And I'm never bored when I play in Ruby May. So that says a lot because I do a lot of creative stuff. So these are absolutely stunning. You can crush them up and to make a little bit of like a finer micro glitter, and then you can use that as like a liner. We can also use we also have the Zola Magic Liners. These are the ones that you don't have to use an adhesive with, and they come in all these colors. You could use the clear to adhere the duochrome flakes, which is what we used. And you just pop your lashes on. So these are beautiful vegan mink, faux mink lashes. And yeah, so if anybody has any questions, we have about 4 minutes left. I'm happy to answer any questions. Again, my name is Rachel. And if you would like to shop Ruby May, throughout the makeup show, we are offering 40% off. And that is with the code TMS virtual, I believe. And yeah, so make sure to shop because we are super affordable already. So with the 40% off, guys, stock your kits up, especially with these products. Super unique. The lashes, especially, like I mentioned, perfect for any occasion because they have different styles. So you have more natural, more glamorous. We have ones that I feel like these are perfect for celebrity, especially if your client is vegan or wants cruelty-free, Ruby May is the perfect line for you because you're not sacrificing the quality and you're still getting that cruelty-free line. So and just to show you one more time, this is the fluorine palette, which we used earlier, and this is the Purple Kush palette. Beautiful purples, this beautiful greens right here, and golds. This one has a nice mirror on it too, which I love. But again, if you're a pro, these are also really great for your kit because they're nice and light and slim. So they're really good to be in your kit because they're not going to weigh you down, and you can do a full face look using just this palette as well. So you can't go wrong with anything in the line. Again, we use these two palettes, and then we also use the duochrome flakes and the pressed glitters. We also used our enchanted glitter palette here, which again has these solid colors, and then these topper shades, which you can use on top of any eyeshadow. And they're just going to give you a nice iridescent sheen. So again, my name is Rachel. If you'd like to follow more of my work, it is at Rachel Rose Makeup with an EL. My beautiful model Sephora here. Thank you so much for being beautiful. So if you could just do a nice little side to side so we can just see the look. I'm going to pull in a little bit closer so you can see the final look. Beautiful. And thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your time at the makeup show, everyone.
Thank you, Rachel. This is amazing. Beautiful
Yay.
job.
Thank
Thank you. It's beautiful. We love it.
Bye. Yes, bye. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming. We love Sephora. Thank you all for coming. I don't know when it's going to boot us off. Did it boot us off?
Yeah, I don't know if